What's going on, people? Goodison here. Arsenal 2, Napoli nil. We're going to the second leg with a 2-0 lead, following a Koulibaly own goal and Ramsey's opener, following brilliant play from him, Lacazette and Ozil. It was a brilliant goal. Typical Arsenal. Am I celebrating? Yeah. But do I think we're through? I still don't know. My heart is telling me yeah, but my brain is telling me that away form. Our away form is so bad that we could just capitulate it. We need to show cojones in the second leg. You know, we lost against Everton, by Borisov, Rene, and it's still on my mind. And had we have beaten those teams, beaten West Ham, you know, not have such a bad away record, I would have been a lot more confident going into the second leg. But with their football at home being really good and our football away from home being so bad, anything could happen. They could end up scoring 3 goals within the first 40 minutes. You know, we have to show bottle in the second leg. We have to show the enthusiasm, the desire, and we have to make sure that we get the away goal over the line. We get the away goal, we might just get over the line, but I'm still not even sure. I would have taken a 2-0 win at the start, but my brain tells me no. Aubameyang's got to score those chances. Ramsey with that big chance, we scuffed that over the bar. He's got to take that chance. It would have been out of sight. But 2-0 win against Napoli, one of the best teams in Italy, and we made them look like a mid-table team today. You know, in the first half, that display was phenomenal. Maitland-Niles on job again. Koscielny working well again. It was good to have him back fit. That was important. Because he's a much better defender than Mustafi. And he was important into our win, making so many interceptions. You know, we changed it up. We went Ramsey, Torreira instead of the two sideshow Bobs in the midfield. I can't lie, those two were so bad against Everton. I don't want to see them in the midfield together again. They are woeful together. And with that Torreira and Ramsey, it was fresh. You know, you got the aggressiveness of Torreira, and you got the attacking threat and the creativity of Ramsey as we attack with Ozil pulling the strings in midfield as he does at home. I thought Mkhitaryan came on, he didn't do a bad job. I felt Lacazette and Aubameyang needed to take their chances at home. Keeper made some very good saves, to be fair to him. Denying Maitland-Niles was brilliant save. We dominated Napoli. We dominated them, but we do that week in, week out at the Emirates. You know, the only times I've seen Arsenal lose is in the cup games against Spurs, against Man United, and in the league against Man City. Just the only times we've lost this season. And that is it's an amazing record. 1 loss in the Premier League, no defeats in the Europa League. Yeah, it doesn't matter who we play against, but we are very good at home. But we have to be very good away from home, and we have to be efficient. And we can't make defensive errors. One fault in our play was the backline of the difference between Kolasinac and Monreal. Those two at times were very far apart from each other. And Napoli did try and expose them. Callejon a couple of times did get him behind. You've seen Milik have a big chance along with his Zielinski, that's that guy, Piotr Zielinski. If they taken their chances, boom. But I felt overall we played the offside trap really well. Insigne was offside a lot of the times, so was Mertens. They could have scored if there wasn't, but because of the way it was Sokratis and Koscielny marshalled the defence, it worked well. But we got to be cautious about the way we do it, and we got to execute it a little bit better. Otherwise, if it was offside like Barcelona, like a Bayern Munich, you know, on that top tier, we could have lost that game 3-2. And it would have been like that game against Chelsea where we lost 3-2, where we were so open at the back. But luckily, we took our chances early on. Yeah, we did get a little luck, but that's football. You know, Koulibaly, meant to be one of the best defenders in the world, getting nutmegged for the first goal and deflected in the second. But that's football for you. Footballers have their bad games and they have their good games. But I'm buzzing with the win, but we just have to back that up with a win against Watford and a better performance against Napoli in Naples. You know, we go through to the semi-finals, we'll probably face Valencia, who are going to be tough opposition. And then who knows who would face, would either be facing Benfica or Chelsea. Because they look like the teams that are going to go through to the semi-final. Will we show bottle? Will we show heart? Will we show that defensiveness that we've been lacking the past few years in the tough games away from home? In those 2 games. And will we use that to our advantage coming up against Wolverhampton Wanderers and Leicester? Because we got 4 massive ties coming up. And we get over those hurdles, who knows, we can get 4th and the Europa League. And that would be an amazing first season for Emery. And that would help us going on to the second season and boosting our transfer budget and all of that stuff. Yeah. I thought Maitland-Niles had a better game again. You know, playing with confidence, playing with brilliant footballers, good crosser of the ball, improving game by game, but he has to be consistent and has to do it away from home. I felt Kolasinac needs to improve his end product. He's good with his end product, don't get me wrong, but some of the passes he makes a bit overhit. There was chances where, had he just got it a bit more accurate, a bit less power, would have been in it again. Aubameyang has to take his chances. He has to take his chances. I don't want to overthink about that because that reminds me of the game against Atletico Madrid where we were 1-0 up, we were celebrating, Koscielny slips, Koscielny then lets Costa through and Costa scores and then we lose in the second leg and Griezmann through and then Costa scores in the second leg and I don't want to think about that. So we've got to think positives, but I'm still wary. It's been your boy Gerson. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, in a bit people, in a bit.